Good afternoon, students of Davao de Oro. Welcome to Arts 8 class. I am teacher Cristele Rein Gonzales from Attorney Orlando S. Rimando National High School, Mako North District. Today, we will talk about Module 5, Southeast Asian Artifacts in One's Creation. In this lesson, you will be able to incorporate the design, form, and spirit of Southeast Asian artifacts and objects in one's creation. Before we will start with our lesson proper, let's have first an activity. Kindly turn your module on page 5, What's New? Match the picture with the country of origin and write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. I will give you time to do the activity. Are you done? Very good! Nice work! To give you enough thoughts and knowledge on the above-mentioned artworks of Southeast Asian countries, a much interesting lesson is prepared for you as follows. In Malaysia, the states of Kelantan and Terengganu are considered the cradle where batik first flourished, reaching even Singapore's shores. Batik. The term batik is an Indonesian Malay word believed to be related to the Malay word titik, which means point, dot, or drop. The drop action refers to the process of dyeing the fabric by making use of a resist technique. Covering areas of cloth with a dye-resistant substance, usually hot wax, to prevent them from absorbing colors. This technique has been taught for over 1,000 years. There are two categories of batik designs. The first is geometric motifs. Geometric motif has repetitive geometric ornaments based on circular shapes, stars, squares, cubes, and other geometric lines. The second is the free-form designs. Modern patterns of batik use linear treatment of leaves, flowers, and birds. Since the patterns are free-form, the design depends on the designer and the guidelines they use. There are two main types of batik. First, hand-painted. The artist uses the canting, a small copper container with one or more different-sized pipes. Second, block-printed batik. It is done by welding together strips of metal to form a metal block. The metal block is then dipped into molten wax and pressed against the fabric in order. Also, batik can be done in 4 different ways. First, hand-drawn. Second, using metal blocks. Third, screen printing. And the last one, digital printing. Have you learned something about batik? Do you want some more? Malaysia also has wow kite. Wow kite in Malay is a uniquely designed Malaysian kite. Its wings are similar to an Arabic letter pronounced wow. This kite making tradition comes naturally to Malaysian people, especially in the eastern states of the Malaysian peninsula. Farmers used kites as scarecrows in the fields and as means to lull their children to sleep so they could work with little interruption. Now, kite flying has become a popular sport not just in Malaysia but also internationally. Malaysia has been celebrating kite festivals annually, like the Pasir Gudang International Kite Festival. These kite festivals encourage more tourists to visit their country. And now, let's travel to Thailand. In Thailand, they have the Sky Lantern Festival. Flying lanterns are made out of rice paper with a bamboo frame, which contain a fuel cell or small candle. When the fuel cell is lit, the flame hits the air inside the lantern, causing the lantern to rise. Once airborne, the sky lantern will rise until the fuel cell or candle stays alight. In Thailand, flying lanterns are used during the year of festivals. The most popular is the Loy Krathong Festival. This festival is held on the night of the 12th full moon, usually in November, with Chiang Mai believed to have the brightest and most spectacular celebrations. I know you enjoyed our travel in Thailand. Now, I want you to experience Vietnam. Did you know that the most popular form of art in Vietnam is silk painting? During the 19th and 20th centuries, French influence was absorbed into Vietnamese art, and the liberal and modern use of color especially began to differentiate. Vietnamese silk paintings are from their Chinese or Japanese counterparts. Vietnamese silk paintings typically showcase the countryside, landscapes, pagodas, historical events, or scenes of daily life. That was Vietnam. Let us proceed to Indonesia. Have you ever seen these pictures? These are called wayang kulit. Wayang kulit is the famous puppetry in Indonesia. Wayang, in modern Indonesian language, means show or perform. Others say that wayang is also attributed to the Indonesian word bayang, which means shadow. Kulit means skin, a reference to the leather material that the figures are carved out of. Wayang kulit is a type of puppet shadow play performed around the Indo-Malayan archipelago, tracing its origins to India. It is derived from a Javanese Hindu-Buddhist tradition where handcrafted leather puppets depict epic stories of the gods in shadow play. A traditional gamelan orchestra would accompany the storytelling. Let's go to Brunei. Let me show you a picture. Have you seen people wearing this? Yes, you're right! This is sungkok. It is a cap widely worn in Indonesia, Brunei, Malaysia, Singapore, the southern Philippines, and southern Thailand. Mostly among Muslim males in formal gatherings such as wedding feasts, funerals, or festive occasions such as the Muslim Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. The sungkok came to be associated with Islam in Malaysia, while in Indonesia, peci is also associated with the nationalist secular movement. In Brunei Darussalam, men's headgears are categorized into three. First, dastar, which is a piece of cloth tied around the head. Second, sungkok or kopya, a type of cap made from velvet. Third, tangkulok or serban, which resembles a turban and is a typical headdress in the Middle East. Welcome to Singapore! In Singapore, there's a famous landmark called Merlion, located in Sentosa Island. The Merlion is a mythical creature with the head of a lion and the body of a fish, used as a mascot and national personification of Singapore. Its name combines mer, meaning the sea, and lion. The Merlion was conceived because the Singapore Tourism Board felt the country lacked a distinct image representing the nation and its history. They set out to fabricate an icon which could tap into the particular myths and folklore of the area, many of which feature sea beasts and magical fish creatures. The Merlion is also partly inspired by the story of how Singapore got its name, or the Singapura story. The Sentosa Merlion is the biggest replica, standing at 37 meters and made from glass reinforced concrete. Have you learned something from our lesson for today? I know you enjoyed everything that we have discussed about the different artworks of Southeast Asian countries. This time, let me give you this interesting artwork. This is called ballpen or pencil holder making. Please provide the following materials: 1.5 liter of plastic bottle, scissor or utility knife, paste or glue, and printed pictures of Southeast Asian artifacts and objects. Upon making ballpen or pencil holder, please follow the procedures. First, cut the plastic bottle according to your design. Make sure that you are properly guided by your guardians or parents to avoid any accident. Second, cut out the printed pictures of Southeast Asian artifacts and objects. Third, paste the cut-out pictures into the plastic bottle according to your design using a glue. Lastly, let it dry for 2 minutes. Finally, you can now use your finished output. You will be graded according to the rubrics provided and flashed on your screen. We had so much today. I hope you have enjoyed our learning session. I am Teacher Cristele Rein Gonzales from Attorney Orlando S. Rimando National High School, Makot North District. Your MAPEH teacher saying, dito sa TV Eskwela, sa pag-aaral, sama-sama. Bye-bye!